and I'll bite your bastard nose off as well.
WTF!
Hello, I'm Ross Twiddell from Cultaholic.com. You're my sexual wank pheasant. This here t-shirt is available from Cultaholic.com/shop. And these are all of the WTF moments from a lovely episode of SmackDown Live that was all about the promos. Carmella, Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan and The Miz. Lovely words flew out of their mouths. Flew. I'm kicking things off with a couple of signs this week. Thank you very much to Brian Alvier and Cultaholic's #1 fan Zatanna for first of all walking in public with a sign like that and not getting sectioned, and most importantly of all, spreading the good name of Cultaholic throughout the WWE universe. How about next time you go to a WWE event, take a bloody sign with our name on, will you? Now, isn't it weird when Roman Reigns moans about title shots, he comes across as an entitled bitch, but when Becky Lynch does the same, you just want to give her a pat on the back and say, "You go, girl," like a sassy bitch. They're essentially saying the same thing. Becky Lynch, of course, kicked off last night's SmackDown Live by moaning how she's not had a title shot for a year and a half, but Becky Lynch is just so wholesome, she puts the big dog to shame. Roman Reigns, take notes, please. And next up, we have Carmella claiming that when Lady Balls was making the historic first ever announcement for WWE Evolution, she was already planning on ways to defeat Becky Lynch in their match at SummerSlam. Problem was, though, Carmella, Becky Lynch didn't have that match at SummerSlam yet because she won the right to that match on last week's SmackDown Live, which came a day after the first ever historic announcement. We can all forget about Mella being money. Mella is a mystic. Or a mumpty. I want you to turn that thing sideways and stick it straight up, you candy. Whoa, what you doing? Oos, it's PG-13. So you're telling me you can't say ass in a PG-13 world? The same PG-13 world where we've heard slightly naughty words like ass and bitch and bastard and other naughty words all used before? Well done, Jay. You've just alienated all of the millennials who like to eat the asses of all the daddies. Poor old Becky Lynch, the last just can't catch a break. There she was, waiting a year and a half for a title shot. She earns one last week on SmackDown Live. We arrive on this week's SmackDown Live, and Paigey Wagey's telling Carmella, "If you lose your match to Charlotte tonight, your title match will be a triple threat." Roughly translated into English, of course, if you lose your match to Charlotte tonight, your title match at SummerSlam will be made a triple threat. Becky Lynch shafted again. I'm asking what she did wrong to have a singles match taken away from her. Answers on a postcard, please.
Yep, I wrong. Yep, I wrong.
Oh, Tampa being shouted by Big E on a massive microphone backstage. The lights change as they always do when Big E shouts his words on that massive microphone. We see a massive orange pissing table brimmed with pancakes. Yet Byron Saxton still has to ask, "Oh, is it? Could it be? What a pleasant surprise, it's the New Day." As if he didn't know the New Day were coming down, and with all those clues staring him right in his face, he's literally the result of a wank gone wrong, isn't he? Dun 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 dun. I'm Big E and I like massive man tits. I'm Kofi Kingston, I like wearing boob tubes or something. And finally, I'm Xavier Woods and I'm a massive hybrid or something, and welcome to our common... Kevin, you weren't a savage. Did they piss in your mouthwash or something? Now, this was a common theme during that tag team match. We had two commentary teams. One commentary team would get halfway through a sentence and Kevin Dunn would rush in there like a Randy Bieber with a fresh piece of wood and cut them off, passing over to the other team, and it did my tits in. Oh, man, Kevin, could you not have just waited until there was a gap in the conversation? A gap like the gap between your two massive front choppers? Ha ha ha. I'm an arsehole. I'm going to die alone.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
Jay in trouble here, trying to tag his brother Jay, Corey Graves said. Now, I know Corey, they look the same, but that's taking the piss. Now, when the New Day, on their little section of the country during that tag team match, claimed that the Usos have never ever been on the main card of any SummerSlam in history, I was like, get out of town, you set of pancake diddlers. But it turns out it's true, and if that's not a WTF moment, I don't know what is. What a stat that is, though. I think it's time we all got rid of the stiff, the quiff, and the wank rag and replaced them with the New Day, because SmackDown Live commentary is so much better for it. Now, I think the last night's SmackDown Live was the first time ever I've seen the New Day not all wearing the same tracksuit. I don't know what this means, I don't know why it's relevant, but it's weird all the same, therefore WTF. And because Big E's the odd one out here, I think he could be turning diddler and not the pancake variety. Now, normally a heel telling a massive lie wouldn't be a WTF moment, but when Samoa Joe claimed that the WWE Championship is the most prestigious title in WWE mere weeks after it couldn't even main event a pay-per-view the Universal title wasn't on, I've got to say something, so I will. Strap yourselves in now, because this is large. Samoa Joe is the Samoan spreading bollocks machine.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
Jeff Hardy stood in front of the Kinshasa. Credit to you, Corey, for not seeing race, and I feel like I've said this before, which means presumably the peroxide inside Corey's heat has bled down into his brain and made himself blind. Now, in his latest gruesome attack on Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton stripped Jeff Hardy's armbands away, he stole Jeff Hardy's necklace, in an act that's supposed to signify Jeff Hardy's connection to the WWE Universe being wiped away, he took Jeff Hardy's face paint off. What? He just washed his face for him. He saved Jeff Hardy a job when Jeff Hardy got backstage. What a nice man Randy Orton is. And what a feckin' idiot Becky Lynch is. Yes, we have Renee Young asking Becky Lynch if she's rooting against Charlotte in Charlotte's match against Carmella, where if Charlotte won, she'd be added to the triple threat match for the Women's Championship at SummerSlam. And Becky Lynch says, no, pal, I never root against me pals, because that's never bit you on the arse, has it, Becky? As we all know, when it comes to friends in WWE, Becky Lynch has lost more than Baron Corbin's lost hairs on the top of his bastard baldy head. Bollocks to Charlotte, man. Becky, you get involved in that match. You make sure that Charlotte doesn't win, and you make sure you keep that singles match that you earned last week for SummerSlam. You've got to be more street smart, Becky. They're still calling her the Ravishing Russian, and I have no idea why. The only way that Lana is still Russian these days is the fact that she stopped putting on that Russian accent. Aha! Don't believe me? Just watch last night's show, 100% American. Don't believe me again? Go to her Twitter. Watch her promo on Zelina Vega, 99.9% American, with one Rusev, the only flavour of Russian in there whatsoever. Unbelievable scenes. But her eyes were blue. So there's that. Oh, Tom Phillips, you need to stop face fornicating the poo out of Iron Connery because it's not good for your health. Of course, he got a case of the first time ever once again because that's the thing that keeps his cock hard, where he claimed that Zelina Vega's first ever match in WWE was last night against Lana. Bollocks, pal. She had 2 televised matches in NXT against Candice LeRae and Asuka, and the last time I checked, NXT is part of WWE, so stick that in your stiffy and smoke it. Is he Marilyn Manson now? That artwork, it appeared on Raw and it was on SmackDown Live last night. Creepy as f***. My ears are still bleeding. Dun 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 dun. You couldn't be more wrong, Kev. Charlotte is a 4-time Raw Women's Champion, a 1-time SmackDown Live Women's Champion, a 1-time Divas Champion, and a 1-time NXT Champion, and all of that mass put together in whatever scenario you want to doesn't make 4. Now, none of this adds up to what you've put there, unless, of course, you put Raw in there. Please put Raw in there next time. But you must know it doesn't spell disaster for you. It's sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. It spells disaster for you in life in general. Don't know why. And that's it. Done. WTF Moments for SmackDown Live. Thank you very much for being a sexual wank pheasant. I love you forever, and I watch you sleep at night. If you want to follow me on Twitter like I follow you around the city, please follow me at Ross on Wrestling. And if you like what we do here at Cultaholic, it's patreon.com/Cultaholic. Anything you thought to give us will be greatly appreciated, and we'll love you forever. But most importantly of all, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and follow us everywhere we have the things.